Welcome to And Still Boxing. Please like, please subscribe. It's very much appreciated. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about Tyson Fury and should Tyson Fury retire. Now, lots of people have been saying that Tyson Fury needs to retire. He's done with boxing. He's holding up the heavyweight division. He's past his prime. He's deteriorating. He needs to retire. Now, as a boxing fan, that would be an absolute travesty if Tyson Fury was to retire. I think that there's loads of fights I would like to see Tyson Fury in. I would definitely like to see him in the Anthony Joshua fight. I'd definitely like to see him against the like of Filip Hrgovic. I'd like to see him against other fighters. I'd definitely like to see the Usyk fight. That's the undisputed big fight. I would like to see him against Filip Hrgovic. I'd like to see him against even fighters who have, not really fighting at the moment, not really active as such, like Gerard Anderson. I'd like to see him against fighters such as Big Baby Miller as well. There are loads of fights I'd like to see Tyson Fury in. Martin Piccoli would be a good fight, whether or not that would actually happen. But the point is, Tyson Fury has loads of fights in him. As a boxing fan, I would like to see. I don't want to see a lot of rematches, of Tyson Fury fighting Ngannou for the hundredth time. It's not necessary. There are fights that we haven't seen against AJ. That'll be very exciting. Against Martin Piccoli, very exciting. Fighters who come to fight, fighters who are going to put in work. Fury versus Daniel Dubois should be an easy fight. Both Frank Warren fighters. But I think boxing fans need to get out this thing that one loss and you're done. You lose one time and we write you off and you're no good. You should retire. You've passed your prime. I think there are loads of fights that boxing fans would get to see if boxers weren't so scared of losing. And they're scared of losing that also. A lot of fighters, they lose once, they lose twice, and we write them off. Tyson Fury recently put out his list of the fighters he wants to fight. He said he wants to fight Usyk twice. Obviously, there's that rematch clause with the Undisputed. He stated about fighting Anthony Joshua twice because he thinks Anthony Joshua would ask for a rematch clause. I don't think that if that was the case, I don't think there should be a rematch clause between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. I'm sure both of them would have a rematch clause in it because it would favor both of them. It would be a big money fight. It would be two fights with big money in it. And even if the fighters are saying they don't want a rematch clause, their promoters know that it's a big money fight. So they definitely would have a rematch clause in it. He stated he wants to fight Ngannou again. Again, all these are big money fights. And that's probably a 3-year, 4-year plan, really, with Tyson Fury's record and how slowly it takes to fight anything. That could be a 5-year plan if it even happens. I doubt the rematches would happen within a reasonable time. So Usyk Fury 1 and 2, we're probably going to see the end of 2025 before we see that. 2026, we might get AJ Fury 1, maybe 2027 before we see AJ Fury 2. Absolutely ridiculous. It's never going to happen. What we're likely to get is Fury versus Wallin or Fury versus one other obscure fighter that we've never heard before to pad up Tyson Fury's record and to buy him some time and clout, especially if he has to renegotiate a contract in that interim. He's likely to fight someone who he can shine and really command some high paydays from. But Tyson Fury should definitely not retire. I think he has at least 3 years, 4 years in him of good fights. But the problem with Tyson Fury is that it just takes too long for any of these fights to actually come to fruition. And I know I'm saying 4 years now, but in that 4 years, it could only fight one fighter at this rate because it just takes forever to actually fight anybody. And one of the good thing that's actually come out from AJ losing his title, his titles, is that we've seen a lot of AJ now. We were getting a lot of boxing. He's fighting 2-3 times a year. Well, 2 times usually for anyways, but we're getting the frequency more often, and there's less uh, ambiguity around it as to whether or not the fight would happen. Would anyone pull out? We're just getting um, more more certain fights with AJ, and it's just more exciting, and we're able to see him in the ring more often. And we would want to see Tyson Fury in the ring more often. But because of politics, and that's what happens when you have the belt, it becomes a whole political game, and we end up not seeing a fighter as much as we would like to see them. So the final thoughts: Tyson Fury should not retire. Big John Fury needs to stay retired, but Tyson Fury should definitely not retire. Definitely not anytime soon. Please comment in the comment section below. Who would you like Tyson Fury's next 5 fights to be against? Do you think he should retire? And if so, why do you think he should retire? Please subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.